Good morning. I'm heading to Perry Lakes this morning. I'm going to be seeing which pen is best for my outdoor journaling. I'm taking a luxury Lamy 2000 and a Jinhao 80. And the results might really surprise you. So I'm here at Perry Lakes today to see if I can figure out if one is actually 30 times better than the other. These two pens are almost identical. One's orange, one's black, but they've got the same silhouette, same cap, same clip. One costs $300 and the other one costs $10. I'm a vet. I spend my day making life and death decisions. And at the end of the day, I really need to process that. So when I come home, I need to get out and about. Today, I've come to Perry Lakes to just debrief, really just pen, paper, nature, and my journaling. But does the pen really make a difference? Let's find out. This is Perry Lakes. It's 200 acres of nature right smack on the edge of the coast, pretty close to Perth City. And I have quite a strong tie to this place. Perry Lakes is named after my great-great-grandfather, and my dad grew up just up the street down there. So I spent quite a lot of time down here as a kid, visiting my grandparents and the Rellies. So it's kind of a special place for me. Yesterday was kind of intense. We had a Labrador, Max. He had multiple symptoms. We did lots of diagnostic tests. The blood picture wasn't really clear, and I had a lot to kind of figure out for the family. Their stress, their worry, lots of pressure on me, an already hectic day. So trying to help them along in their worry and stress, as well as keeping my team together, keeping the rest of the hospital going for the day, takes a bit of a mental toll on us. And it's something that happens in every vet hospital around Australia, probably in the world, I'm sure. So I spent 3 hours running tests, consulting references, figuring out various treatment plans, consulting with his family, trying to keep them posted. I was really grateful for the trust that they placed in me. And I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Max. Anyway, we got to the end. So we got Max sorted, but it does take a bit of a toll on all of us personally. But it was great to see him finally starting to feel better and his family smiling. So just that mental load, the diagnostic reasoning, the emotional pressure, the pressure to keep all the other appointments on time as much as possible with the other vets, it does kind of take a bit of a toll. So at the end of the day, I really need to process it. And coming to somewhere like Perry Lakes is just ideal. I've got nature, I've got pen, I've got paper. It's pretty much all I need. Might be getting some rain though. But here's what I've been wondering. Does the pen actually matter, or is it really just about showing up? So let's start with the underdog, the Jinhao 80. This turned up in a padded plastic bag. I got it from Amazon. It was around $10. I love the bright orange color. It's a cartridge converter pen. You can fill it with any bottled ink that you like or a standard international cartridge. Either's really easy, not something to be worried about, and it performs really well. And look at this, bright orange plastic, matte finish, slightly brush finish, gold clip, pretty firm, works well. And this gold Lamy Safari style nib. Now it's stainless steel. I think it's just got gold paint on it, but it's a pretty unapologetic, bright, bold pen. People really notice it. So it does have an extra fine nib. When you have a close look at it, it's exactly the same as the Lamy Safari, and you can actually swap these nibs out. So this is the standard nib that came with it, but I could, in theory, swap it out for a gold nib from the Lamy Safari range. This nib, as it came, was a little bit scratchy. I tuned it a bit just by smoothing it. That's something I can explain later, but it didn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes max to get it writing beautifully. So you can see they really do look very, very much the same from the outside. There's the little reflective markers on the bottom, the slightly shinier tops. Each has got a clip. They're actually both very similar. The Lamy, the black one, has got Lamy engraved on it, and the barrel shapes are almost identical. Okay, so let's see how it writes. So I'm going to write today's reflection. I did my best today. I can't control all outcomes. I can only show up with compassion. I think that'll be a good one. So I'll write this out a couple of times, and then later on I'll journal and just write a little bit about my feelings, a bit of a brain dump from the day, just to get it all out so that my mind is clear for when I get home. The extra fine nib has feedback. I can feel the texture of the paper. It's kind of what I need, I think. It's a bit grounding and it keeps me in touch with what I'm writing. It's pretty smooth, not as smooth as it could be, but it's pretty good. The ink flow's consistent. There's no skipping, no hard starts. The line's nice, crisp, fine. It does really write well. And I like the feedback. It's kind of keeping me grounded. So I really like the fact that it only weighs about 18 grams. Even posted with the cap on it, it's really easy and light to write with. I don't get any hand fatigue. So it's very comfortable. And the cap posts perfectly on the back, keeping the pen really balanced for long writing sessions. So I do really like this pen. $10. For $10, this is remarkable. But can it keep up with a design icon? The Lamy 2000. The Lamy 2000. For nearly 60 years, it's been in constant production. It was designed in Germany in 1966 by Gerd A. Müller. 300 Australian dollars. It does come in a lovely presentation box. I actually bought this online, used from eBay. I think I paid about $220 for it. So I don't know how old it is, but they still really hold their value. So the body is Makrolon. It's a reinforced polycarbonate. It's actually what Lego is made of. It's used in aircraft, cockpits, and other industrial applications. It's really tough and really durable. The brush finish isn't just aesthetic, it's functional. Minor scratches heal by themselves, and it just keeps the pen looking good for its entire life. Very durable. And here's the signature feature. It's got a hooded nib. So it's this white gold extra fine nib. It's hidden and hooded, and that keeps the pen from drying out. It's also just a really amazing Bauhaus design feature. I love this pen. The Jinhao shows you everything. It's bold and it's got an exposed nib. The Jinhao, it's understated. It's timeless. It's minimalist. It's kind of secretive. Same exercise, same journal entry. I did my best today. I can't control outcomes. I can only show up with compassion. I've even got the inks that I've used here because, oh no, I can't really film here. First, I'm going to fill the Lamy 2000. This is Lamy ink in azurite. It's one of my favorites. This is a piston filler, so we're just going to dip the pen in and then the knob at the end. Just turn that. That will activate the piston. fill the Lamy with ink, and then we just screw the little knob back down, let the pen fill, and then we take it out, and hopefully that will be it. Probably need to clean it up though. That's better. Ick, I get it everywhere. Okay, now to ink the Jinhao. So I lid off the Jinhao ink. I've used bluish purple. Because it's got a converter, it's a little different. You just take the barrel off, pop the pen in, and then turn the little twisty knob at the top of the converter and just fill from there. Once done, we just tap it, pop the barrel back on, and it's pretty much ready to go. Just trying to drown out the noise of the lawnmower while I clean up with a voiceover. Perfect, lid back on because I get ink everywhere. This is a masterpiece of design, but really, is it 30 times better than this one? Let's put everything to the test with 5 factors that really count to me. So factor 1, durability and weather resistance. I journal outside, so it's pretty important that the pens are tough, they're not too delicate. This Jinhao's bright orange makes it really easy to spot. I'm not going to lose it. I've dropped it on concrete, lost it for a minute a few times. Very easy to spot, still comes up pretty good. There is no way I would want to do that with the Lamy 2000. It's worth a lot more. I don't want to lose a $300 pen somewhere out in the bush. So although it's comfortable, The Lamy, well, that's just super durable as well. The matte finish really helps with stopping any scratches, and the hooded nib, that's really protected. But here's the thing, the Lamy 2000's hooded nib kind of protects it a bit from damage and also helps stop the pen drying out if you haven't got it capped while you're pausing during writing. The Jinhao 80's nib is exposed, and so if this gets dropped, it's not going to write. It doesn't take much to damage the tines, and that's the end of writing with this pen. It also can dry out if you leave it with the cap off. The next factor is writing comfort over 20 minutes. My journaling sessions are usually around 20 minutes, so hand fatigue and comfort are really important to me. The Jinhao at 18 grams is really light. I will rarely get hand fatigue with this if I write for 20, 30 minutes. The Lamy is just that little bit heavier, but it does glide a bit better across the page. I don't have to push the pen, I don't have to pull the pen, it just kind of moves itself. Both of these pens have extra fine nibs, so you would expect the writing experience to be pretty much the same, but the Lamy definitely glides across the page a lot more easily. The Jinhao does give me feedback though. They're both very comfortable, but I think the Jinhao might win on this one. The Lamy's buttery smooth and just glides across the paper, no effort. The Jinhao 80, it writes really well as well, but you do get a bit of feedback. It's a bit of a tactile experience. So I guess it really depends what kind of mood you're in. This is if I've had a really chaotic day, sometimes I find this a bit more grounding. It just slows me down and means that what I write is a little bit more thought out or a little bit more slow in coming to the surface. And so sometimes that's better. The Lamy 2000 though, if I'm writing and I know exactly what I want to do, where I'm going in terms of what I want to say, this one does just glide across the page, so it's a lot less effort. Which mood am I in? Today, after a chaotic shift at work, I think I want this feedback from the Jinhao. And if I just want to be really calm, then this pen, the Lamy 2000, just kind of gets me in that free-flowing sort of frame of mind. Okay, so ink capacity and convenience. I really don't want to refill mid-journaling session, so ink capacity is quite important to me, and especially if I'm taking these pens to work as well. They've got to be able to last a lot of writing for me. The Jinhao 80 is a converter or cartridge. It only holds about 0.7 of a mil. That's going to maybe last me 5 or 6 journaling sessions. It's not bad. The Lamy 2000 is a piston filler and it takes about 1.5 mils. So that's nearly double of the Jinhao 80. It's got a lot more capacity. I can go nearly 2 weeks without having to refill this. And that's really important for outdoor journaling because I wouldn't normally carry inks with me. I don't want to be carrying bottles of ink to the park or even to work. Factor 4, aesthetic. Okay, so the Jinhao is bold, it's bright orange, it's unapologetic. When I pull this out at a cafe, people notice it. It's a bit of a conversation starter. The exposed extra fine nib is visibly dramatic. It's highly polished. It's a really unusual shape compared to other fountain pens. It's just really eye-catching. It's honest, you can see it all. The Lamy 2000 is understated, it's minimalist, the black macrolon with the brush finish, it's really, really understated. And the hidden nib, the hooded nib, is really quite secretive, quite minimalist. That clip, that clip is instantly recognizable. If you know, you know. It's a design icon and it's Bauhaus philosophy in pen form. Get away. The Jinhao makes me smile. It's playful. The Lamy is a bit more serious. It's a little bit more commanding respect. After a day like yesterday, I'm probably going to reach for the Jinhao 80. It's bright, it's bold, it's playful. It sets the mood for where I want my mind to go. Factor 5, value for money. $10 versus $300. Is the Lamy 2000 30 times better than the Jinhao 80? No, it's not. The Jinhao 80 punches wildly above its weight. It's got solid construction, visual impact, it writes consistently, and it looks pretty good. But the Lamy 2000 isn't trying to be 30 times better than the Jinhao. It's trying to be the last pen that you ever need to buy. The white gold nib will last decades. The macrolon body is virtually indestructible. The piston mechanism is really serviceable and rebuildable. This pen will outlive me. The Jinhao might last 5 years, maybe 10 if you look after it. The Lamy could last 50 years, possibly longer. So the real question isn't, is this pen 30 times better than this pen? It's more about how long do you want this pen in your life? So after 6 months of outdoor journaling, one thing I've learned is the pen doesn't really matter. It's about whether you show up. I've written with a $10 Jinhao 80. I've written with a $300 Lamy 2000. Both do the job. Just turning up, writing something down, just getting a clear mind, that's what really makes the difference. You know, just the physical act of sitting down, writing, putting things onto paper, that just helps release the weight of what I've carried from work with me. That's where the real magic is. Max's family yesterday, their little guy, their stress, their worry, I held space for that. So I can't take that home with me. So I come here, pen, paper, nature, just the act of writing releases the weight of everything that I'm carrying with me. Sometimes I use this bright orange pen because it makes me smile. It reminds me that life isn't always heavy. And sometimes I use this pen because it just glides so smoothly and my thoughts just seem to flow better sometimes with this one. The words just come easier. The magic isn't in the pen, the magic's in the ritual. Coming to this place, putting pen to paper, that's what saves me. If you're a healthcare worker, a teacher, a vet, a doctor, a nurse, anyone who takes on other people's pain, you need some sort of release valve. So coming here and doing this is mine. This is what saves me. The pen you use is just the tool, but the practice, putting pen to paper, that's what really matters. So which pen wins? The $10 Jinhao, the Lamy 2000 at $300? Well, it depends on what you value. Maximum value, bold aesthetic. This pen makes you smile. It's bright. Lifetime investment, buttery writing, design icon. This pen will outlive you. The Bauhaus design is timeless, and the white gold hooded nib, it's absolute perfection. But here's my honest take after using both of these for outdoor journaling. Sometimes I'll pick this one up because it's bright orange, it writes really well, it's playful, it makes me feel good. And then other times I like the buttery smoothness. And then other times I like the buttery smoothness the way the Lamy 2000 writes. It just really helps thoughts flow a lot more easily if I'm doing clinical reasoning and I'm scribbling out notes or trying to write out a treatment plan. So they both have a spot in my life, really. The Jinhao's always in my pocket at work. It's always ready just to take down some notes, or if I've got a 15-minute break, I can sit down and I'll quickly scribble out some thoughts or a plan with this pen because it's noticeable, it's fun, and it's playful. If I have more deep sessions where I've got to write a lot, I've got to put a lot more down, I need thoughts to flow more freely, I think the Lamy 2000 is going to be my choice. It's just buttery smooth. It's always on my desk, but I don't always have it in my pocket. I don't want to lose this one. And both these pens have different purposes, so it really depends what kind of mood I'm in. And that's the beauty of fountain pens. There's a pen, there's a nib, there's an ink color for every mood, for every day. And honestly, that's the beauty of fountain pens. There's going to be one to match your thoughts, your mood, your moments. There's going to be inks to match. I just love the way that I really get to change up my day just by using a fountain pen. And if you're new here, I'm a Perth vet who journals outdoors. I explore inks, I explore fountain pens and different places around Perth. And I'd love to share with you how doing this keeps me sane in a high-stress career. So I'm going to be giving this pen away. It punches well and truly above its weight. This pen at $10 is fantastic value. So to enter the giveaway, it's Australian residents only. I just need you to write in the comments, how would you use this pen? Creative journaling, diary, work, writing lists, writing notes for people. Let me know what you think. So here's how to enter. Subscribe, comment. Remember, this is only for Australian residents. I'll be announcing the winner in an upcoming video, so be sure to subscribe and come back. Imagine this orange beauty in your hand. Thanks for journaling with me. See you next time.